Okay. This is Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty. This is the second game in the PS3 exclusive Future series. I'll be doing 80%, which is just get to the end of the game as fast as possible. And I got my commentators, Fireproof Naz, and Nano Hola guys. Okay.
Hello.
And, I will say start when I press X. So 3, 2, 1, go. Whew. Yep.
So starting off, since in this game Ratchet doesn't have his robotic backpack buddy Clank, he doesn't have access to a lot of the movement options he would normally have. So a lot of the movement in this game is a bit more precise and you don't have like super extended jumps. But the first real trick of the run is coming up here. In the next room, a door will open on the left side that an enemy walks through, and if he gets there quick enough, he can jump through it, which skips going to the back of the ship, and then, there we go. And then using this weapon called the Shock Ravager, you can get sort of out of bounds and just skip going around the back, and that's the first ship done. Yeah. The second ship's sort of the same, but more on the Shock Ravager. It's sort of a third jump in this game. Gives you a little bit of a vertical high boost and a distance boost, which makes it pretty broken. But a lot of the enemies around here, he's killing. Wait, are we doing 80% or 100?
We're doing 80%.
All right, we're doing 80%.
So maybe it's
same deal. You go ahead.
Maybe it's just use the enemy cannons to break open the door. Normally you'd have to kill the enemies and go around.
And end of the level. So here we have the greatest thing in games, unskippable cutscenes. There'll be a couple of these throughout the run. These are good for donations, but I think right now
this is the shortest. Yeah. It's like 20 seconds, and we still have a lot more to do in the next planet.
Yeah.
Or next area. This is a unique game. Ratchet and Clank is usually about being on a bunch of different planets. This is on one planet, but a bunch of areas on that one planet.
All right. Do you want to take the swing shot trick?
So maybe this is just to equip the slingshot, and he's going to be using it to get a little bit of extra range to be able to double jump and get up.
Whoop, messed
he's
up.
meant to be able to double jump and get up to the ledge.
Yeah, so he can grapple to that a little bit earlier than he should be able to and skip a small platforming section. Coming up, there's a really big cutscene trigger around the beach just up ahead. And by jumping around to the right side of this cliff here, he skips it. And there's also a brand new trick. He hit the cutscene.
That only saves 8 seconds or so, but that's fine.
Which means it's great. This is more time for me to explain this brand new trick that he's never done in a run before. So this is found by a European Let's Player. So this run is now a Let's Play. At this rock up here, he'll be grabbing the ledge and then pulling himself up and then going up to this magnetic platform. And the ledge grab sort of does some weird displacement with his hitbox. And if he positions himself right against this magnet rail, he can do something a little interesting. We'll see if he gets it. Hey. So I said I'd donate $15 if he got this first time, so there we go.
I'll be donating 5 too.
Yeah. So if you've seen...
Now he's out of bounds and underneath the level, and he's just barely underneath the death plane. And because the level transition from Morrow Caves is always loaded in, he's able to just swim over to it and get through.
So the cutscene trick is just stored there, he swims to it, end of level.
So that is the first time I have ever done that trick, ever, and I got it first try. So I'm a prodigy.
Congrats.
That was found, I packed my bags, and about an hour later, this Let's Player, Jammerdax, messaged me on YouTube saying, yeah, I did something cool with this ramp in a Let's Play. And I was like, I'm not going to unpack my bags, but I did look at the video, and it was, okay, that looks really fast. And I haven't been able to play until right now, and I guess it's an easy trick?
Yeah, it's pretty easy.
So there's a cutscene at the start of this level. If we have any donations, we could probably take one here.
Oh, we have some donos. We have $14.80 from Pepsi Max Lover 23. QFB is so vibing, not even going to lie though. Good luck, Mobius.
Yeah, thanks, Sasaki. Yeah. Any more?
Legend.
Yeah, we do have quite a bit of love coming in. Anonymous donates $7.40. Great one with great music. Much better OST than Crash Team Racing. Square up, Jack. $14.80 from Fos, I believe. Apologies if I butchered that. Good luck to my sweet and beautiful wife, Mobius. Let Mobius decide where this money goes. So do you have
I want
incentive?
Black Spyro on Spyro 2.
So I'm gonna have to jump in here real quick. So what he's doing here is wedging himself into the geometry, and what happens when he does that is the game sort of gives him a mercy jump so he can get out. So he uses that and abuses it to get out of bounds, and now there's a bunch of out of bounds platforming with walls with convenient gaps in them and a bunch of stuff that probably shouldn't have collision but does.
This is super convenient. Like, some of these jumps are barely possible with a double jump, and there's just walls that don't exist.
So to skip this gate, he's going to be jumping up onto a single polygon to jump over this invisible wall. And now he's going back out of bounds.
So this part of the level is technically like the latter half, and he's backtracking through it to get to the end of this section. There's like a tiny little ledge that's sticking out of the wall up here, and he has to ledge grab it quick enough and in the right spot that he doesn't just come off the platform, and that was really good, so good job. And here's the trick from the first level again, but with the wrench overhead attack.
That was perfect.
Nice.
Yep. So that entire sequence probably saves about 3.5 minutes, and I got all that first try, which is, yeah, that's pretty good. So we're going into the second half. We lost our weapons a lot earlier. Pete's going to give us 2 of our weapons back, the combustor and the fusion grenade. You'll know that we killed a specific amount of enemies with our combustor at the start of the Azorian Sea section. That is so we can get... we can get V4 combustor right at the end here and use it for the huge enemy sequence coming up.
So if you guys didn't notice, after he turned the bolt crank there, he's now being assaulted by the greatest Halloween costume mashup of all time, undead, space, robot, ghost pirates. I don't know? Yeah, and the whole screen is covered by incredibly aesthetically pleasing shade of noxious green. And we'll basically be doing that anytime these undead, ghost, zombie, robot, space pirates are anywhere.
Okay. Which will be quite soon.
Yeah, so what I did there is I paused for a few frames when I leveled up the weapon. That is a weapon animation skip. So every time you level up a weapon, it is a 5-second animation, and you can't really skip it. But if you just pause immediately after leveling up the weapon, you skip that annoying sequence there. We're a bit low on XP. Route change. Yeah, we're good.
Alright, so that's the end of this level. Since this is a new cutscene here, we probably have time for any more donations.
Yep. Any donations, if you have any?
There is plenty. We have Dan MCD with $20.11. I've really been enjoying the marathon. Good luck with the run, Mobius.
Thanks, mate.
Aceta with $44.40. All hail the Todd God. Have a good run, my dude.
Supermod Todd God, Mobius.
And Almaz with $66.60. All in capitals saying, "Let's go, Mobius. I love you."
Oh my god. Thank you.
Alright, so this is Ambush. You probably recognize this level from a little bit earlier on. He's going to be assaulted by some of the ghost pirates and killing a bunch of them, and it's a big auto-scroller.
Yeah, okay. So it's sort of just like a tower defense. There's a big door in the back that you can see right there. We don't want that to be blown open, so we just need to kill an onslaught of enemies that will come in from the water and from the sky. We get 2 more of our weapons back. More importantly, we get the Shock Ravager back, which means we can do higher jumps and all of that, which you might have seen earlier.
This is also a good area to level up weapons.
Yeah. In 100%, we use the tornado launcher. It has motion controls. You might not know, the PS3 controller has 6-axis, which is a bit sketch motion controls. I'll show you this right here. It's not as accurate as a Wii remote, not by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah, it's all a fever-induced nightmare for me. I'm pretty sure you own the only three 6-axis controllers in existence at this point.
Yeah, the DS3, it's not a great controller. I know a lot of people hook up their DS2s or their DS4s, but you know, I have Stockholm Syndrome, and I've been using this for 5 years, and somehow I like the cheap plastic feel of it. Yeah, so there'll be just like waves of 3 and 4 enemies. Yeah, 2 more waves here, and we'll be going on to a turret sequence. So killing these here. You'll notice our XP bar is slowly going up. We really want it to be V5 as quickly as we can. Last wave here.
I do have plenty more donos if you'd like to hear some.
Yeah, I'll explain this and we'll get to some. So this is the turret sequence. There's 3 turrets. They come up at random times. They're randomly selected. You can get a 1 cycle on them. You're supposed to have 2 cycles, but it's very rare. But it's a simple sort of just see it and shoot it. Donos.
All right, $22.20 from Dusk. Mobius, when you going to play Zaya in HOTS, bro?
Never.
Good plan. Anonymous with $44.40 saying this goes to the thick boy in the background. $14.80 from Greenish. Squid Mum is proud of you. Love you, Mobe.
I love you, Greenish. Thank you. And one more.
$7.40 from Insu saying good luck, nerd.
Thanks, Inso. I'll see you on Thursday. Yep, there we go. V5. So this shoots 3 bullets now, which is marginally more impressive.
3 bullets for the price of 1.
Yeah. The second dude has disappeared. Oh, there he is. This water is toxic. It is ghostly. It does damage to you. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. And last wave. So something I didn't mention. This is on easy mode. Which means the enemies only do 1 damage to you. But at the cost of weapon drops being a lot lower. So on hard mode, I'd get like 20 ammo per ammo crate. But on easy, I get 8, I think. And so this means easy mode has an extra challenge in maintaining your ammo count. You don't want to use too much, otherwise the ammo you may need for bosses, weapons you use earlier will take priority. It's sort of weird to explain. Anyway, we're going to pay 12,000 bolts. We don't need to worry about our bolt count. In 100%, we need 50k. Here, we just need to pay this, and that's all.
On to the next planet. More cutscenes. If there's more donos, then we can fill the time. Otherwise, we are on to Darkwater Cove, I believe. Yeah, door skip. There's a door. It's got a face on it, and it wants to talk to us, and we don't want to talk to it, so we're going to jump over it.
It's a
That's door
decently
skip.
precise jump.
Are you sure you want to go in there, friend?
Yeah, it's easy there.
Yeah, it's hard for Mobius, the world record holder, and it's easier for FP Nas. So go figure.
Clank. I'm not leaving Murdergraw without
Doesn't even run this game. He did a glitchless run.
Clearly, you're just a fraud then.
I didn't even record that.
You didn't even
But I
record it.
couldn't let my favorite customer go without a little extra firepower.
We're getting our
You take
final
these
two
weapons. I
weapons
just found
here,
them floating
well,
out near
in this category. The Predator launcher does a lot of damage. It's like 4 bombs at once. And the Nano Swarmers.
This is an upgrade for me, as I am Nano Holo, guys. These are better. So here's the door.
We're gonna skip it. Maybe.
See, FP Nas is better than you, man. Come on.
Yeah.
I think I should be running.
Do you want to do door skip?
No.
Do you want to take the control?
I've done it in like 6 months.
Do you really want to make this a co-op run?
We gotta walk up this plant. This is still faster.
The skull talks really
Surprisingly,
slowly.
it is faster. Hey,
There we
There we
go.
go.
All right. So this next area has a bunch of memory puzzles in it, and it's really slow. And this skips about 2.5 minutes, I
Yeah.
believe. So Mobius is going to be getting to this one-shot target here, and then basically jumping sort of out of bounds just on some of the level geometry here that for some reason doesn't make Ratchet slide off it. And yeah, it's going to platform to the next section.
This is a lot more precise than it looks.
And there we go. So now there's Angstrom's Shadow Puzzle. Mobius, what do you think of Angstrom's Shadow Puzzle?
It's bad.
Yeah, it's really bad. Just horrendously finicky, pretty much.
Yeah, you gotta line up these shadows. You can do it perfectly. Like, okay, yeah, that works.
One down. All right, hardest trick in the game, done. Alright, so now there's a bunch of enemies that are going to be spawning in. Mobius needs to kill them all, but he also needs to level up the Predator launcher. And he's going to be sort of specifically aiming at the larger enemies because he doesn't want to waste ammo on the little swarmer type enemies that spawn in, sort of rushing your feet. But besides that, not too much to it, I think.
Time for a donation, I think.
Donations we have. I have $29.60 from Sweet with 8 E's in it, saying, can I get a shout out? And for $29.60, Sweet, you can get a shout out. So shout outs to Sweet.
Shoutouts to Sweet. She can't be here, but she's here in spirit.
What if you're undead ghost pirate?
Yeah. That's how I describe her.
That was... Wait, did that enemy just drop down, like, fully formed and then...
Yeah.
That was weird.
Need some ammo. I'm gonna...
Ooh, stepping it up.
There we go.
Yeah, you would have used the difficulty to get ammo. Typical speedrun.
There we go.
Alright, so that's pretty much that level down, and we're on to Lithuan caves or caverns.
Yeah, Lithoin, Lithoin, and...
There's an L and a Y and a TH, and the rest of it, I don't know.
Alright. Gonna skip this gap. Hello, buddy. Bye, buddy.
sorry, the jump. So coming up here is a sort of like ledge shimmying section where you grab a ledge and then you like shimmy across it and do some platforming, and that's boring. So where these two ledges sort of like overlap one above the other, you grab the top one, drop down onto the bottom one, and then jump up. And right here, he just used that pipe in the out-of-bounds geometry, went around an invisible wall, and climbed up to the top of the level. And this is a boss arena, and the cutscene for it extends way outside where it should, so he can fall to his death and keep walking to the boss.
100%. We don't go through that way. We go the casual route.
Yeah. In 100%, this has really good weapon XP, and we spend about 3 more minutes here, I'd hazard. But yeah, that's an example of Insomniac's circular level design. So the beginning is at the end for most of these areas, and a lot of planets in the original series, it's sort of the same principle. You want to get back to your ship or back to whatever you're going to as soon as you can after getting coordinates or an item or a gadget, all of these things. So yeah, if you can find a way to get out of bounds, usually you can get to the end a lot quicker than going any sort of casual way.
Our hero had one final chance to recover the star.
No.
But the courageous Captain Slag had no intention of
2
going
donations.
quietly.
I've got one here from Aura for $10.21. Who's this Mobius dude anyway? Jokes aside, good luck with your run, man.
What have
Yeah,
I told
thanks,
you about
Sarah.
using math? That there's grounds for a plank walking.
Sorry, Captain.
We are going to Slag, who is the final boss. We haven't been introduced to him. Like, if you want to know the story, I barely even know. And I don't play this game casually. Yeah. So, with any good final boss, he has phases. We use a specific amount of predators to face him. So we use 8 here. Yep, he's gone.
Come on. I saw Slag give the star to Rusty Pete. They're gonna pillage this
So
old
this is the
dimension.
back of the ship that he skipped about 3 times now already.
Yep.
Now you're seeing it for the first time.
In 100%, you skip that again. You don't see the back of the ship in 100%. Yeah, here you go.
So now I get to make my horrible joke. Now this gigantic boss also has a stand. So not only is this a Let's Play, it's also a JoJo game. And yeah, so the stand pretty much makes him invincible. You have to wait for, I believe, enemies to spawn, and if they drop something when they die, you can throw it at them. But yeah, phase 2.
So this phase uses 12 predator shots.
Yeah, 12. We'll be using our combustor here to break these down. We need to conserve ammo. Like, this is a RNG sort of like dependent route, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
So that skull he just threw makes it that he gets out of his first one.
Really good. Yeah, so this is a Japanese Ratchet. He has furrier eyebrows. That's it.
They're not even brown, they're black for some reason.
Yeah.
It's sort of weird. I don't know what the Japanese have with eyebrows, but...
I'm not even playing on the Japanese version. I'm playing on a console that just automatically defaults it to it. Hey, buddy.
Not much here. In 100%, you would kill some of these enemies to level up weapons, but here we can just run all past them and head to the next phase of the fight.
Yep. So 8 more. Okay.
Come on. They're still trying to catch up with Slag.
Grab that.
Just let me know when I've got some time for a quick plug, guys.
Yep.
So we have one more run after this one, so we can define what color Spyro is going to be. And at the moment, black is winning at $88. Closely followed by green at $66.60 and pink at $44.40. So you have one more run after this Ratchet run to decide it. So if you want to snipe that color, get in quick.
We're coming up to the final phase. Well, it's supposed to be 2 phases, but if we damage him correctly, we fire 12 predators at him, and then get hit by one of Slag's residual damage shots. So he does a shockwave, you might have seen earlier, and then he does a pistol shot, which has napalm rounds sort of like that stick around for a little bit afterwards. If we get hit by those, when he's trying to level up into his stand form once again, he will cancel that and go back to fighting you. We'll see if I can get it. More laggy ghost pirates. And all right, 1 cycle. Time is coming up in 3, 2, 1. Yep. That was pretty good for, yeah, for as little practice as I had. 25, I'll take that.
After several lucky
Thanks to FP Naz and Nano and to the VC that's probably happening in the Rack Discord right now. Love you guys. If you want to speedrun this game, speedrun.com/rack. There's a Discord on the sidebar, I think. But yeah, you can go there, you can talk to any of the friendly runners here. But that's it for me.